Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to more World of Warships.
All forces,
Today I'm going to show you guys one of the most fun battles I've played in recent memory. A battle I played in the USS North Carolina. I think I've told everybody who watches this channel that the USS Alabama is my favorite ship in the game. And I do stand by that, but I do also enjoy the North Carolina. And you're going to see a battle here in the North Carolina where things get really interesting. And it's also going to show some tactical prowess in World of Warships that I think some people don't utilize at times. So, took shots at the enemy Cherbourg there. One pen for 3,700 damage. Enemy Fuso spotted, sailing broadside. With this American super heavy AP, I can lob my shells over this island. Dispersion is awful, but one of them was good enough and hit the Citadel for 13,000 damage.
Roger. Acknowledged.
Got that back turret to bear now. Still taking a look at the Fuso, kind of hard to see him. I think the Gneiss now just got a Citadel on him. And another volley, but this time all 9 guns as opposed to just the front 6. Now, at this point in the game, what I have seen is that
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
most of the enemy are in the C and B regions of this map, and we are able to push in at A as soon as we get rid of that destroyer. So here I actually think about taking shots at the Fuso, but for one thing, the land hit indicator is on, and I would have smacked the island. Second thing, that enemy guy is in the way of this push, and he has to die before we can continue this push. So he makes his turn, commits to it. Front 6 guns, shots out. Down he goes. First blood. Only 2 overpens, but it was enough to get the job done.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target. Acknowledged.
At this point, I'm trying to also get my team to kill that low-health Fuso. But unfortunately, there's nobody really near him to do anything crazy to him at this point because the 2 cruisers on my team are sitting on the H-line back there. But to be honest, that's not a horrible plan because they're completely outmatched. They got 3 battleships there. The best they can do is hold those battleships in that current position until we can circle around this island and come around the back side of those battleships. Encircling movements in World of Warships can be very, very powerful in the right situation. Now, I want my team to kill this Fuso. Somebody has lit him on fire, and apparently he has no damage control because down he goes. So we're up 3 ships to 1 at this point. Bismarck is the first target I can take shots at, so I do. I kind of lost the Cherbourg here. I wasn't quite sure where he was at. I knew where he once was, but I thought for sure he would have turned and ran. But actually he pops up right next to the island there. Gneiss now takes shots. And I'm going to follow up. Kind of disappointing, but 5,600 is 5,600. The Gneiss now is going to go right through and take him on. I am going to go around because I really want to get all my guns to bear on the ships that are in the sea cap right now. So at this point, the encircling movement is starting. We're starting to be able to get fire on the enemy battleships that are in the sea cap. This volley was freaking terrible. I missed this Colorado well off his stern. The rear turret, however, was a good shot. And those battleships now are stuck because if they push out towards the G and the H line, they're in the fire range of the Ismail and the King George V, which are sitting over there in the 9 and 10 columns. And if they turn around and come our way, they're facing me and the Gneisenau, as well as our destroyer, who's hovering around back there and ready to cause problems. So taking shots at Fiji here. I missed him off his stern. I kind of underestimated his speed.
Reporting the target position.
And then RNG said no on the second salvo. That Nuremberg's trying to help his team, and credit to this Gneisenau captain here, and I complimented him after the game because I was very impressed with how he played. He does not focus on the Nuremberg, which would be a really easy thing for this Gneisenau to do in this situation, because the Nuremberg's spamming him. And he does take shots at him, but it really doesn't have a shot at anybody else. But he's still pushing towards that sea cap. In that brawling battleship, that's absolutely the best thing he could do, and the enemy Colorado completely deleted our Ismail.
Enemy submarine spotted.
Here's the Fiji. First shots were well out in front of him. Rear turret, however, I got a better look. And got a Citadel with the rear turret, so that's good. The Scharnhorst is so far away at this point, I'm really going to focus on angling towards the Colorado and the Bismarck. Now this Nuremberg here is one lucky dog. Shots out. They look really, really good. And he runs aground. He does not know how lucky he was. There's the enemy Fiji. Gneisenau is pushing in. However, I don't think he has his guns loaded. Trying to get somebody to kill him. They miss.
Enemy submarine in sight.
Front two guns, shots out. Dispersion is awful, but good enough. And down goes the Fiji. It's my second kill of the match. At this point, I spot the U-190 over there. Gonna drop some depth charges on him. The Gneisenau is pushing in, taking on the Bismarck. So I caused flooding on the sub, and I set him on fire.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Multiple good hits. There's the Nuremberg sailing dead away, and I got the sub.
Enemy submarine.
Trying to take good shots at the Nuremberg here. I think he actually dodges this volley entirely. Or, well, RNG says no, rather. So, it's really time for our team. We have a one-ship advantage here to push into that cap. And this is where the game gets really exciting. This enemy Colorado up here, I have got to say, is a pretty darn good player. The Gneisenau actually survived that brawl with the Bismarck. Colorado's focusing me, as is the Scharnhorst. U-190 is in the cap circle. I'm showing broadside to the Scharnhorst here because I can't angle against the Scharnhorst and the Colorado, and to be honest, I feel a lot better angling against the Colorado because I'm not that afraid of the Scharnhorst's guns at 14 kilometers. So he's angled, but I'm going to take shots. He actually does decent damage there. Nothing good. I get into the area, help us finish the cap. The Nuremberg
requesting fire on the designated
is
target.
Running, and I'm thinking about shooting at him, but then the Scharnhorst does this. Flat broadside, 11 kilometers. I'm not going to Citadel him due to the turtleback.
Returning to ship.
but I can do huge penetration damage. That's 12,500 damage, 3 pens, and 3 overpens. The Colorado is turning to try to get all his guns to bear on me.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
He's not shooting at me. So I take the opportunity to turn my 3rd gun to bear. And I actually only got 2 of them off. I thought the 3rd one was going to fire, but it didn't. Bad dispersion. 8,200 damage, not bad. Scharnhorst is still shooting at me. Shooting high explosive, though. Back turret. Shots out at the Scharnhorst. And I actually overturned here a bit. Enemy submarine gets spotted. And the Colorado takes advantage. And he hits me pretty good. Run into my Attigo friend here. I did hit the sub with that depth charge. And I'm forced to make a decision. Now my decision here is I'm going to angle against the Scharnhorst and try to skirt away behind this island. Good or bad decision? Turns out being good, but it sure as heck could have been bad. Because the Colorado does this. It's a perfect shot, good dispersion. And he absolutely hammers me with only his back 2 guns. Unfortunately, sometimes in battleships, you have to make a decision to just take a beating.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. All stations.
To survive.
On the target.
Now, I'm kind of trying to escape the Scharnhorst at this point because I know he's got those torpedoes and he's wanting to close the distance so he can launch them. I'm still shooting at the Colorado because I really thought I was going to die here. And I knew the Colorado needed to get finished off. He does get finished off by our Gneisenau, who also dies. But Gneisenau did finish him. I got 9,000 health left. This Nuremberg is spamming me. I sped up just in time to avoid the Scharnhorst's torpedoes. The Akatsuki pops up over there, quickly dies. I take my best guess at the Nuremberg. Undoubtedly, he's going to turn. But on 8,000 health, really, you only need 1. And
enemy cruiser destroyed.
There's the Confederate award, my 4th kill of the match. Citadel him through the stern. And now all that's left is to push towards the decap. But this battle is not over yet.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
The enemy is still on 934 points. They have the advantage. And they will win if we don't sink the sub or cap D. And they're getting very close. But the sub makes a mistake. And he gets caught. And he's on low health. This is going to come down to the wire. Depth charge is dropping. And we got him. Not only do we get the sub right as the enemy ticks to 1,000 points, but it's the Kraken unleashed. This game was an absolute riot. Pretty clutch performance on my part, I thought. Team score, I was not top of the team. The friendly Gneisenau was top of the team, and this guy got a compliment after the battle. He was an absolutely great player. Such a fun battle, and glad I could share it with you guys. That's all for me today. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Take care, and God bless.